involved in your child's education is the most important thing you can do to support your child. We know from countless national studies that families who are involved in their child's education at home and at school can improve literacy outcomes, counteract the effects of poverty, and most importantly, really provide a strong community for their child's education.
When you show up to the school, you're telling them that this is an important part of all your lives.
I feel that it takes the student, the parent, the teacher, and the community to come together and build an education for the child.
Si quieren ser y quieren crecer, que le echen muchas ganas con sus hijos y ellos mismos y para adelante.
I like to catch the children younger to help build a foundation, because when they're older, sometimes the attitudes or the streets are just a lot of negative influences get them. So I just have always participated.
It enables you to make connections with other parents and with other students, and to know who their friends are and who their teachers are that they're spending a large part of their day with. And also it allows you to carpool together, allows you to find homework buddies, allows you to come together when you're doing fundraising events, to really want to do this together. And all of these things benefit the school.
Kids with parents that are involved and have been involved seem to do much better than kids whose parents are uninvolved.
Parents involved in their children's school not only help their own children, but help all children.
How are you involved at your child's school?
Stuff as simple as just photocopy stuff, or fold little booklets, or sort homework.
English is not a huge requirement working in the office. Xeroxing, collating, putting things in order, 1, 2, 3. All we need is extra hands to help.
When my kids were in elementary school, I used to volunteer to go on field trips, and I would put my younger child in the stroller and take him along too.
It works for me that I can help the school by doing a job at home, which is writing an email, writing up different notices about things that are coming up, different field trips that parents might be needed to help. I get notices from different teachers. They would email me and parents, and it's kind of like a little newsletter.
Another great way to help out your school is to serve as a PPS ambassador. You serve as an information point for your school, and you can talk about your school and why it works for you. It's a great way to help your school and promote it to the community.
How do children benefit when you are involved at their school?
Lo que yo veo es que hay una correlación muy significante en que entre más participación de familias, sean anglosajones o latinos, más éxito tienen los niños.
I think that by seeing their parents model behavior with involvement in their community, that they can get a sense that that's something that they should do as well, that they should be involved in something outside of the realm of their own family and friends.
I think when children see more adults available to them, there's a sense of safety, there's a sense of knowing that if there's a need, they can go to someone else besides the teacher.
When your child is aware that you are interested in their academic success, the child will strive much harder to achieve.
When my mom comes to school, it makes me feel happy.
How do you benefit from being involved at school?
I really enjoy it. It's just a fun way to get involved and learn about our Bay Area.
Once you get toward the end and you see the successes of not only your children graduating, but you see other children graduating, then you can have the camaraderie with the parents. You do feel good because you are giving back to the community immediately.
It helps me feel like a kid again.
It's easy to get involved at your public school. It's often a matter of just asking the teacher, what can I do, or coming to a PTA meeting in the evening. A lot of people don't know that you can actually sometimes get time off from your employer to volunteer at school.
What advice would you give to parents who are just starting to think about getting involved at their child's school?
I would say it's one of the best things you can do with your kids. You'll get to have lots of fun with them in another environment, and you'll get to meet other parents and hang out with them. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend it.
Lo más me gustaría decirles a todos que siempre quedan bienvenidos en las escuelas, y si no quedan bienvenidos, háganse bienvenidos.
You can't wait for someone to come to you and ask. The reality is everyone has something to offer their school, and your child's life and your school will be better for whatever you can bring to your school.
Bonjour. 學校做義工其實唔係幫學校咁簡單，係幫助你自己嘅小朋友踏上成功之路。
If you put your thinking hat on, there's a lot of resources that you can do and volunteer and contribute and help at school.
It's not just at the school, it's at home, and that's a great place to start. And I think that if you can make sure your kids come to school with a great breakfast in the morning, are prepared, have had a good night's sleep, has a nice place a quiet place to do their homework, then those are just the first few things that you could do to start their day off great.
It's very rewarding, and the staff appreciates it so much, and they never forgot to tell us that.
Don't be afraid to ask other parents for their advice and help, especially ones that have been around for a year or two and sort of understand how a given school's culture works. But just do it. Once you're inside the door, that's when you have a chance to have a really good time with your kids.
If you want to be more near your kid, then you should volunteer at their school.
Some parents feel like they don't have the time, but 1 hour at your school would make a huge difference in your child's whole academic school year.
I would say jump in, go ahead and make the sacrifice, because 20, 50 years from now, it's not going to seem like a sacrifice. It's going to be the most important thing you do.